howdy there again. Howdy there. I'm glad y'all decided to come by and see old Grandpa Silas. Yeah, it looks like y'all decided to know where your places are. You like that camera, eh? That camera there. It's a nice camera. Think you're learning how to hold that dang thing, ain't you? Yeah, you are. Well, okay. Now, where to begin? Just hold your signs up with your questions. That's it. Oh, was I ever married? Oh, that's a good one. Well, where to begin? Well, I reckon that was somewhere first time I got married. It was around 1898, somewhere around in there. I reckon it was. I won't swear it now, 'cause it's been a long time. Oh, yeah, I'll get to that question here. Just hold your taters. Yeah, I hear you giggling back over there. Just, alright, I'll just... Youngins these days, they just don't know how to hold it, you know. They sure don't. Well, okay, you got your corn pones? Has any of y'all tried the hog joust? No? Well, don't make a face like that, now dang it. That's pretty good victuals. Alright, now about the married thing, you know, well... Let's see. Dang, that was such a long time. I guess I was, 23, 25, somewhere around in there. Yep. Let's see, now, she was, I think I done forgot her name. How about that? Oh, well, that's been a long time ago. Well, anyway, but I do remember her. Now, she was, what do they call that, a Potawatomi or something like that? Yeah. I can remember we was married for about 10 years, I believe it was. Yeah, it was about 10 years. Well, what happened was, now, we were very happy. We had, at that time, 8 kids. We believed in having them little ones around. But they didn't get by with playing around like a lot of y'all young'uns over there did. And they do these days. They were working kids. They had their time for play. Yeah, they did. Well, I'll go into that another day. But anyway, we was all happy. Me and her went out, and she wanted to go out and pick some berries. Well, we was out there picking them berries and stuff. I can't remember what the name of that dish she was going to make. Some kind of sweet stuff, I reckon. I don't know. Might have been for medicine. But anyway, next thing you know, there was this old dang badger came running out from this hole in the ground. Now, this was over there somewhere around Connecticut or someplace like that. And anyway, that badger was meaner than a rabid dog. And that thing came out and bit her and killed her dead. Well, I sat there and got on that sucker I took my arms and my hands and wrestled that devil around. Of course, he bit my face. Oh, no, he actually didn't, but he sat there and he, you know, bit me right where it counts. Yep, but he didn't get too good of a hold. But it sure hurt. I'll tell you that right now. So anyway, I sit there and wrestled that devil and everything, and I'd sit there and put my hand down his throat and ripped his innards out and took him home and cooked him up. But meantime, I was all a-grieving and everything, and buried her. Gave her a proper burial, yes we did. I don't start crying. She wouldn't like that if she was here now, alright. Well, I can't go through all the marriages, but anyway, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there was about 15, 20 wives. No, not all at once. Oh, dang it. I don't believe in that Mormon crap. There, dang it. Gosh darn. Alright, don't be... Alright, I see you snickering over there. Alright. Oh, dang it. Gosh darn. Alright, where was it? Oh, yeah. Now, I remember, altogether, from all them wives, I had probably somewhere around 200 kids. Yeah, I know over there. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see it. Mm-hmm. Well, have your little giggle. That's all right. And now where was I? Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, we had a memory ain't like what it used to be, but I outlived all of them. I can't read that sign. Hold that up there. Oh. Boy, you wrote that pretty fast, didn't you? Okay. Anyway, want to know the secret here of how I lived such a long life? Well, it was good victuals. I sit there and eat hog jows, bacon, and eggs. That possum. Did I say possum? Anyway, raccoon, bear, deer. Let me see. Sometimes when things got real bad, we had rats. Now, rats mighty good eating, let me tell you, when you're hungry. That's right. But anyway, what are you over there laughing at over there? You ain't never tried none of that? Well, never mind. Anyway. But did I tell you about the time that I ran into, what's his name? That brainy fella. Einstein? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's right. I remember that guy never did believe in washing his hair. And he never brushed it or anything. He said it was a waste of time. And I'm thinking probably that would explain the smell too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is right, downright funny. Yeah, but I tell you what, if you'd have been there, you'd have known what I meant. That wasn't funny then, because it would smell pretty bad. But anyway, I kept my distance a good 7 feet from the feller. I think I should have stayed at least 20 feet from him. Woo! Was that bad? Anyway, I remember he was writing on a chalkboard, and he was doing all this fancy numeral thingies and figures and squiggles and stuff, right? And then he was sitting there asking me, what I thought about, what was that word does he call that? I think they call that quantum physics or physics or something like that. And about time, I told him, I said, listen, now I got native blood running through my veins. And I'll tell you right now, I believe that time is on native time. As we call it, on Indian time. That's right. You get there when you get there, and that's all there is to it. That's about all there is. And then he got this funny look on his face, you know, and then almost like you seen a light bulb go off above his head. And next thing you know, he's over doing a little bit more squiggling, and off he runs, and next thing you know, about a month later, you hear that this guy sat there and was responsible for inventing one of them atomic bombs. And I sit there and think, yep. See, he wouldn't have got that idea if it wasn't for me. That's right. But when I had a chance to sign up to go to the war, World War II, first they tried to tell me, you're too old. And I said, too old? What are you talking about, boy? I said, I could whoop you under the table anytime. Well, next thing you know, we got into it, and I put that boy down, and he says, hey, okay, you're in. Don't shake your head. I sure did. It really happened. May lightning strike me right now in here if I ain't telling you the truth. Alright, now, anyway, signed up, went to boot camp and all that stuff. It showed them young whippersnappers over there how it was done. Because I sit there and I saw the end of the Civil War. You don't believe me? Me and you going to have a wrestling match later. Yeah, you skinny. Alright, now where was it? Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, we was out there in, what was that place called? Iwo Jima or Jime, what? Oh, Iwo Jima? Whatever. It was one of them places. One of them islands or somewhere. Now, don't you take offense, okay, any of you that might be watching. Don't take any offense, because back in those days, they had names for the enemy at that time. Because I like all people, no matter what their skin color is and things like that. But we called them Japs or Nips. But anyway, I could understand the nip part, trust me. I remember we was out there and we was running, the enemy was coming at us, and boy, they were meaner than a big old nest of hornets. And then next thing you know, I got into it with this one particular nip. Why am I calling him a nip? He took a big nip out of my hide, bit me right in the tush. I did. Well, at that time, I had a few teeth, and I bit that guy, and I made him holler, but I didn't bite him in the tush. Trust me. Anyway, I can remember that when we was out there in the field, that one nip, he had a twin or something. There was a few more coming out, and I knew they were chomping down, clamping their teeth, and they were yelling some weird stuff, and I don't know if they was yelling sake or what's that word that they, I can't, Kawasaki, I don't know. It was one of them words or something. They were mad. And madder than a wet hen. You ever see a wet hen? They can get pretty mean. I know, trust me. So anyway, we got into it. And boy, I tell you what, they stabbed me and cut me and shot me. But even though they killed me, I still survived, alright? That was all there was to it. I'm telling you the truth. You don't believe me? Well, hey, I got pictures somewhere. I'll show them to you one day. I surely will. Okay, any other questions around over there? Oh, about my paw, huh? Well, I had a paw and maw. What'd you think? I just sprouted up out of the ground there, youngin'? You think I was like a potato or something like that, just sprouting up out of the ground. Youngins these days. I need my chaw. Ah, dang it. Hey, any of y'all got chaw? Nah, you ain't got chaw. No, you don't smoke, you don't chew, you don't chew, chaw, or whatever. Alright. Yeah, I had a paw and maw. I can remember back when I had like, it was 10 siblings. So I was number 11, right? I was the littlest one of the bunch. But my pa believed in putting this to work. Now, my pa, he was Cherokee, alright? And my ma, what was she? She was Huron or Mohawk or something like that. And, let's see. And my great-grandfather, his great-granddaddy was some kind of a Scotsman or an Irishman or something like that. Whatever, but oh, it's a long story. It's all, I'm just one of those crazy mixed up idiots. Yeah. All mixed up. But anyway, my pa believed in work. And I wanted to play. And I remember one day I was out there on the fence and playing around, and there was a hogs down in their pen. I'm sitting there playing around. My pa said, "Now, dang it, boy, get your hide off of there. I'm going to peel it." And I sit there and said, "Yes, sir." And I started to get off, but somehow or another, I was just plumb clumsy or something, you know. I slipped right off into that hog pen, and let me tell you, them hogs must have thought I was food. I'm a screaming and a hollering and a bellering and everything else, and snot and boogers and all this rolling down and getting in my mouth and mud and everything, and them hogs sitting there rooting on me, and one of them bit the fire out of me. But you know what I did? I finally got angry because it bit me right in the thigh, and one tried to bite me in the butt. So I turned around, and you know what I did? I turned around and bit him in the butt. It was a little nasty, but I'll tell you what, that pig went off hollering and screaming and everything, and busted a hole in the fence and turned around and knocked my paw down. Well, needless to say, my paw, he tanned my hide and everything, but he got a hold of that pig, and I tell you what, that was a nice, tasty pig dinner. I got my revenge. That's right. So anyway, no more questions, no more. It's getting late now, and I'm thinking about going over and getting me a snack, and then thinking about some bacon, talking about them pigs and bacon. And then I want to have some hog jows with that. And I got some corn pone, I got some good old biscuits, buttermilk biscuits. So I learned how to cook from all them wives I had. That's right. I'm just glad I wasn't married to them all at once, because I tell you what, boy, I would have killed myself. That's for sure. But let me tell you something. If it was these days and stuff, they'd have had me taking me to court and have me pulled every which way, and I would have been in lots of trouble. Not to mention going crazy, too. And I don't see how these guys going around and marrying all these bunch of women at once, you know. And that's just not right in my thinking. But anyway, I loved every one of them, and they all died. They had different things. Some of them cholera, and one a smallpox, and all this, and blah, blah, blah. But loved every one of them, and all them kids, they done growed up and stuff. And one of them, I'll tell you about that. Sit there and ran into, what was that guy named? William H. Barney. Yeah. They called him Billy the Kid. I'll tell you about that one, because I met that rascal. I sure did. Oh, it ain't gonna hurt me to tell you about him. Well, I was looking for my boy one day. It was my youngest. He had enough at home. He didn't like the farm and all this, you know, and I guess you couldn't blame the boy. But he ran off, and he turned around, and he met old Bonnie, Billy the Kid. Why they call him Bonnie? I guess he was, you know. Anyway, so I guess I can understand why he changed his name. Yeah. So anyway, I remember one day I sit there and ran into him, because my boy was at that time already joined up with his gang. I told him, I said, boy, I said, I'm going to tell you right now, I said, if you don't hand over my son, I said, I'll kill you dead. And he looked at me, he said, well, you ain't got no sidearm, you ain't got no gun, so what do you think you're going to do? I said, boy, you don't know me too well, do you? So guess what I did? Yeah, I fixed him real good. Now, all the storybooks sit there and said that that fellow was killed by some former friend of his that was a deputy or a sheriff or something of that nature. But that's not how it really happened. I remember I went over, I ducked my head and drove myself right into his gut. He was holding his stomach, and one of his buddies was standing nearby, and I grabbed his gun, and I turned around and shot that sucker right in the back of the head. So, yep, you can take that to the bank. And I grabbed my boy by the ear, and I drug him, and he's screaming and hollering. You know what I did? When I got him home, I sat there, and I tanned that boy's hide. Then I threw him in the pig hole. That's right. Pigs bit him all over and stuff, and he decided he gonna stay home. That's the truth. So anyway, that's enough of that. It's time to call it a night. So anyway, you know, just save all your questions for another day. I'll get to them sooner or later. You know, hey, you know, I lived a long time. I sure did. Don't rightly know how old I am, but I know I'm up there. Maybe one day I'll get someone who's real smart help me figure it out, you know, all that. So now, y'all have a good one, and be sure y'all come back now, you hear?